We hope that you can stick around. We have a great show planned for you today. We are watching a whole bunch of stories, including the soggy weekend expected in the east, the Barrie tornado, and of course the stormy Saturday for much of Ontario and Quebec. We're going to get right into that weather story. It's this jet stream, the conveyor of systems, really a whole bunch of convection little bits of energy trying to jump on that conveyor belt and head towards Atlantic Canada. Starting off, though, in Ontario, much needed rain. The gardeners will be very happy about this. Some areas, especially in southern Ontario, could see up to 50 millimeters of rain. Welcome news for the gardens. Of course, though, Saturday is the day that we are expecting the risk of thunderstorms. You want to be cognizant of this. You want to watch the Weather Network for details. Download our app if you haven't yet. We like to keep you on alert and keep you safe. Of course, the heavy risk, severe risk moves in to eastern Ontario and into Quebec come tonight and into tomorrow. We know storms in the east and in the west coast, right? The risk continues over the next little while. Afternoon and evening convection because of all that daytime heating, but this is dry, lightning kind of storms, which isn't good. We're still talking about the fire risk that is present in much of the western half of the country. Fire bans still in place in quite a few places. Air quality advisories, more fires popping up here and there, and there's not a lot of moisture on the way. We're going to have more on this and a whole bunch of other stories for you here at the Weather Network, including the 30th anniversary of the Barrie tornado. Chris, we've got lots more in your weather story for you. We hope you've had a great week, everybody. I'm really happy that you're joining us here at the Weather Network. It's a big weekend. You know, you're getting some much needed rain. Chris mentioned that for the gardens, also for the roads. Not such a good thing when a lot of that rain is coming Sunday. Tomorrow, this is the site. It'll be a little bit wetter, though, a little bit cooler for those 14,000 riders taking on to the Gardiner, the DVP, as the B-Cell Ride for Heart. We've got a couple teams from the Weather Network going on. This is the route. You can see the 50-kilometer, 25, and 75-kilometer routes. It's a really kind of inspiring view of the city, something you don't get to see from a car. A lot of the drivers aren't going to be too inspired tomorrow, though. A lot of traffic already Saturday, today on the 401, a lot of construction, and then, of course, the DVP and Gardiner closure tomorrow. We just want to keep you informed. When it comes to that as well, it's going to be a cool down as well. Chris mentioned that cold front coming through. It's going to be a wet, cool rain tomorrow. Only 9 degrees. You'll be lucky if you get to 9 degrees tomorrow. Remember, today, Saturday, felt like the mid-30s. It feels like the mid-30s. It's going to take us to midweek before we recover. Similar story on the other side of the lake, the Golden Horseshoe, my hometown, in Hamilton, Ontario. Cool, chilly, spring-like weather as we welcome in the month of May. Yeah, it's going to feel a little bit more like March as we welcome in the month of May. We have lots more for you here on the Weather Network as well. That rain is coming into the forecast. Remember, we do have the risk of thunderstorms as well for today in the GTA. That passes over to eastern Ontario come tomorrow. And of course, this week we mark the anniversary of the Barrie tornado. There's a little bit more information from Kelly Noseworthy on that. We have lots more to tell you about in our weather story. Chris mentioned the thunderstorm risk for today and into tomorrow as we go eastward into the Ottawa Valley and into southern Quebec. That's where the highest risk is come today, but you could see pop-up thunderstorms, thunder showers really anywhere from London, Windsor, right up onto Ottawa and southern Quebec today. We like to put out the large risk. We like to keep everybody safe. Remember the downpours, heavier totals if you do get into a thunderstorm as well. Here's a little bit look forward into your Sunday morning forecast. What a difference you are going to feel as you wake up tomorrow morning. Feels like the mid-30s today. It's going to feel chilly, like March. Come tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon, not much of a warm up. Again, it's that cool air. It's going to be a cool, moist rain that comes in as well. Not such good bike riding weather, is it? We've got the B-Cell Ride for Heart on tomorrow. Again, a large swath of the DVP, the Gardiner close. We've got a few teams from the Weather Network participating in as well. Go to weathernetwork.com. Check out the traffic information there to see where the closures are. The DVP and the Gardiner, of course, closed tomorrow. But there's some road closures to contend with today as well. Chris mentioned on the 401. Did you know? Busiest highway in the world, says the internet, of course. Pretty neat stuff there. Construction on the 401. And again, the closure, DVP and Gardiner come tomorrow. We have lots more for you here on the weather. And first, one man owes this officer a whole lot. Next, this volcano eruption forces evacuations. And oh boy, what a close call. A police officer in Gautier, Mississippi was driving down the road when this happened. Lightning striking the bridge right in front of him. The officer says the intense close-up flash nearly blinded him. He later went back to the spot where the bolt hit and found a chunk of singed concrete.